What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today is December 1st, 2024, and in 2 weeks I have another show. It is the winter edition of the Physical Media Fest that we did back in July. For the show that we're doing on December 14th, I created the poster for. This is a perfect opportunity to show you how that poster came to life. It is the homage to National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, but featuring Deadpool. So let's get back inside and see how it all came together. So for the Holiday Pop Culture Fest that is coming up on December 14th, I was asked to create the poster for it. And the idea behind it was that it was National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, but featuring Deadpool. So to make this poster a reality, I started with, of course, downloading the official poster of the movie featuring Chevy Chase. I wanted to keep the house and the presents, everything around, so people would automatically realize just what was being homaged. Laid everything out just using a basic HB pencil. I use the Tech Pen for all of my inking in Procreate, or most of my inking. So once Deadpool was drawn in Procreate, I exported the PSD into Photoshop, and then I laid in my flat colors and began rendering. Now the line art part of this took a little over 6 hours. The coloring was, with flatting, was about 3 hours, 3.5 hours maybe. Flatting took probably 45 minutes. And this is the final result. It looks good digitally, but printed on the poster, it looks phenomenal. It really does. And if you would like to see the full process video, there's a link right here to the longer video. Okay, so now this project is done. It's on to the next one. Promotion for some of these shows has to begin way in advance, which means I have to have these posters done way in advance. So right now I'm working on a poster that is for a show coming up in July of 2025, and it is going to be what's on your screen now. Luigi's Mansion themed. So last year, or this year's, was Mario. Next year's will be Luigi, specifically Luigi's Mansion themed. So as you can see on screen, I have the bones of it already done up. I have Luigi has a flashlight going, and the ghosties are trying to scare him, and he's not really down for that. So I have the majority of this laid out. Now I just need to do, obviously, finish Sketcher's ghost, rendering him, and then do the background. And because this is going to be a poster, flyer, advertisement for this show, I do not really want to use darker tones, so I will have to figure out some way to make this work. Can't wait. It's always fun, right? Yay. Hey guys, it's about 2 hours since that last clip, and I thought I would bring you in for a little website update, which I know I said is kind of boring, but I'm super excited because I've actually made progress with a lot of these things. So as you can see here on the Kaisho Studios website, we have the Kaisho Studios memberships, and you can join. And one of the things you get, there's only one level to choose from, and it's completely free. No charge, nothing like that. It's free. You get all these little perks, you get the discount, you get access to some free downloads. Those free downloads are these books. So if you are signed, if you're not signed in and you visit the site, it will show you membership is required to download these books. And the Shinju Handbook is actually free for everyone who visits the site. These books, all of these art books, you must be a member to download, but they are completely free once you become a subscriber. And then once you are subscribed and you're signed in, they are now unlocked and ready for you to download. Each book is 16 pages. So like on this one, you get the black and white version and then the colored version. All of the books will have 16 pages of gorgeous artwork, and then of course, so you'll get a nice look at how the artwork, the original black and white and the colored, all free just for signing up. So I thought I'd give you that little update. The website is basically fully functional. Everything I wanted to do. You can finally filter by products, which was something that was not a part of WooCommerce, but got that working now. You can meet the team. You can meet the people that helped me do this. Of course, me, Renee, Donna, Kay, and then all the artists that have helped me with some of the books like Shinju Universe. Thomas, Alex, Angela, Derek, Nick, Juliano. Okay, I'm going to get back to doing this fun stuff, and then I will see you guys. For you, it's going to be like 7 seconds from now. Me, it will probably be 6 hours later. But back to the fun stuff. Website maintenance. My head hurts. My head hurts so bad. All right, see you in a bit. As you can see, it's much later in the evening now, and I've not really recorded anything else because the website work was, what a shock, not very exciting. But I thought I would take this opportunity in this vlog to answer one of the 2 most frequently asked questions I get when at conventions. What are those questions? The first one is, how do I make my own comic book? Now that is going to be a video for later because it's going to be probably 45 minutes and it will barely scratch the surface, but it should answer the majority of the questions people have in like a broad overview. Now the second most frequently asked question I get at conventions is, what tools do I use while drawing? Honestly, it does not matter what you use to draw with as long as you are happy with the final results. The tools I use will not give you the same results. If the tools you use, I will not be able to get the same results from. It really does not matter what you use. You can, as you will see, the things I use, I'm not spending $200 on a pencil or a brush or any of that mess. So what tools do I use with making comic books and just drawing in general? When I'm doing my rough layouts, I use this mechanical pencil I have had since 1987 when I was 12 years old. It came from a cheap art set from Kmart, not Crayola. We couldn't afford that. So this is, the name is probably still on there, but I just can't read it. So this is what I use for my layouts, my roughs. I use a mechanical pencil from 1987 that came from an incredibly cheap art set, and I use red lead. I know you'll always hear people talk about non-repo blue. When I was starting out drawing way back in 1990, I could not find non-repo blue mechanical pencil lead, but I could find red. So that is what I went with, is what I have used ever since. When I start to pencil, I use one of 2 things. This is a lead holder. And it's literally, it holds a piece of lead. What does amaze some people is that I don't sharpen it. I keep the tip dull. I don't bother sharpening it. And now I do have a sharpener for the lead holder, but I don't use it. Keep the tip blunt. But that's for doing the broad strokes, like the outlines of the characters and things like that. When I get to where I want to do the details, then I have 2 mechanical pencils. This cheap one that I've probably had for 25 years. I mean, look at the eraser on the end. It's covered in ink. I've had it so long. And then this I bought 3 years ago from Dick Blick Art Supplies. I don't really like it. I think I'm just used to cheap old pencils. And that is all I use for penciling. That's it. Those basically 3 items. I don't really pencil that tight because I'm going to be inking my own stuff, so why draw it twice? Or 3 times actually with your layouts. That's pretty much all I use. Oh, and eraser. You gotta have one of these. Okay, so now when we move on to inking, it gets a little trickier. Even then, you don't really need anything fancy. You can use a Bic pen if you want. But I Mostly I use a dip pen, the Hunt 102 nib, and right now I have some Speedball super black ink. I would prefer Eon Vortex ink, but I've been doing digital so much that if I buy anything bigger than this, it just winds up going bad. Hunt 102 nibs, and then cheap brushes to fill in the blacks with. This brush was actually, the price sticker still on here, was $2.95 on clearance, and I bought this probably 23, 24 years ago, somewhere around 2001, 2002. I bought like 3 or 4 of them, and I have one for black ink, one for white ink, and one that I'm still holding on to as a spare once these finally go bad, but apparently they're not going to, so yay me. It was a great $3 investment, or actually $2.65 on clearance from $3.79. What a good deal. And Hunt 102 nibs, you can buy them at like 100 at a time. So the other item I use for inking, they are these disposable pens. These are Faber-Castell's Pitt pens and Copic multiliners in different sizes. I have dozens of these. And the Pitt, actually these Pitt big brush pens are really good for filling in blacks. And when you're doing like commissions and things like that, you just need to get done real fast. My most frequently used will be the 0.3 and the 0.5 and the 0.8 for my outlines. And that's really all I use when drawing. There are some white gel pens that I will use. Rapidographs. I do have a few special effect items I use. Q-tips. I use Q-tips when filling in extremely large areas of black. Why do I use Q-tips? Because 30 years ago I could not afford brushes, but I had Q-tips, and I just found that's what it works. And I've just stuck with it ever since. And random things like compass for your pens. It's got a pen holder instead of just for your pencil. And charcoal pencil, if you really want to kind of, instead of doing crosshatch out of a solid black into light, you can use charcoal. Same with the water brush pen. You can fill it full of ink and fill in large black areas. Some more, my Michelangelo cup that actually changes color when it gets cold. Some more gel pens, rapidographs. I don't even know what these are. Copics. Oh. So that's just a quick look at some of the traditional art supplies I use. I wasn't sure how to end this vlog because it's been mostly computer stuff. So I thought I would just throw this in at the end to answer that frequently asked question from conventions. So in January, I'm planning to do the how do I make a comic book video. And if anyone would like to see more of the art supplies that I use, I will do a more in-depth video then too. Maybe even showing how I use them. Alright, thank you for watching this vlog. It's been kind of all over the place, but I'm getting ready for that show on December 14th. And so the majority of the prep work is computer stuff, and it's just not entertaining, it's not informative. It's just me sitting there. Alright, thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, please do hit the thumbs up. If you do like the channel, please subscribe. Alright, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you very soon in the next one. Thanks.